are we starting? 5 years already, cannot wait.
the inaugural Workers' Party rally for 2025. All right, before we begin, let us take a look at who is here tonight. Do we have residents from Punggol GRC? Yes. What about Sengkang GRC? Yes. Woo. Do we have anyone from Jalan Kayu SMC? Wow. All right, how about from Aljunied GRC? There we go. East Coast GRC. And of course, where I'm contesting, Tampines GRC. Thank you. I am your MC, Eileen, for tonight. Shall we have a cheer for all of our candidates here before they sit down? Woo! Thank you. 大家晚上好，欢迎来到我们工人党的首场群众大会。我是你们今天晚上的司仪蒋佩珊。大家好。Selamat malam, Vanakkam. All right, is everyone ready? Yes. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker for this evening, none other than Yi Zhenzhong from East Coast GRC. 好，事不宜迟，请允许我介绍今晚的首位发言的候选人于正中，代表东海岸集选区。
各位新加坡同胞，各位来自东海岸集选区的选民，大家晚上好！我又回来了，这是我第4次参选，很高兴跟今天大家见面。我也很荣幸能代表工人党开启我们2025年的大选。Dear fellow Singaporeans, I'm stepping up again. I can still remember 2011 when I joined the Workers' Party and contested in Joo Chiat SMC. Now, why did I join the Workers' Party then? My children were then in primary and secondary schools. I was concerned about the direction that Singapore was heading. I was earlier in government committees giving feedback on policies, and I was also actively writing to the forum pages of the newspaper proposing for changes. I wrote and participated in all this because I wanted a Singapore that is better for all of us. I felt that the government was not listening. They only believed that there is enough talent for one team. They tell you that others are out to destroy Singapore. I felt that we cannot depend on only one party. What if they fail? Do we have any other party to rely on? Now, the government believes that in business, monopoly is bad, and therefore they have anti-monopoly laws. But when it comes to politics, they want it all. They will create obstacles for the opposition, even when they have won the elections proper. So if the PAP fails, there is no other things that Singapore can fall back on. This is not the Singapore that I want for my children and my children's children. But I'm very thankful for the breakthrough in 2011, for all the many brave voters out there who dared to vote and support us. And we had the breakthrough in Aljunied. And I was also elected as NCMP. For over 4 years, I pushed policies, changes, and questioned the government in many areas, in education, early childhood, SME, healthcare, and in just about every government ministries. The parliament records will show that I had been very active, as had been my WP comrades in parliament. Now, while we do not get acknowledged when changes were made, I'm glad that the government did actually implement some of the Workers' Party ideas. Now, I'm not claiming credit because the government could have listened to other feedbacks, they could have been thinking about things themselves. Yeah, but I am proud that our efforts had resulted in a better Singapore. And having our proposals implemented by the government also meant that the Workers' Party do think carefully through our proposals, because the government eventually saw it fit to implement some of the ideas that we have come out. So the Workers' Party is a responsible party that does not make suggestions wildly. For example, I pushed for student care to be in every primary schools. I was rejected by MOE, but 2 years later, they announced that there will be student care in every primary school, which is what it is today. I've also pushed for major changes in our early childhood sector, because that was a time that the government was not paying much attention to it, and we were ranked very poorly in international studies on the quality of our preschools. 2 years later, the government started to implement very major changes to this sector, put in more resources, and the changes are still happening today. Now, there are many more examples that I could cite that the Workers' Party has pushed for, and that we did make a difference in policy making. But there are also many areas that I had been pushing for that have not yet come to pass, and I will continue to ask for this when I'm in Parliament. I have, for example, asked for smaller class sizes, as did more WP parliamentarians after me. Wow, the MOE has not done that yet. It was interesting to note that former Deputy Prime Minister Heng Swee Keat testified in a recent video about their community tuition project in Bedok to the usefulness of small group size for learning. He said, and I quote, "In smaller focus groups, students get the extra guidance they need and gain the confidence to keep going," unquote. Indeed, I will continue to ask for smaller class sizes, 10 years through train primary to secondary schools, and many more. Now, you can see that we do not merely want to oppose the government or to make changes or ask for changes to make them look bad. I joined the Workers' Party because I wanted to be a team with a team of like-minded people who will work for a better Singapore. And when we were in Parliament, we supported the government in motions and bills when they aligned to our beliefs. But when it goes against our beliefs, we will fight very hard, as we did over the population white paper, ministerial salaries, and many more. I joined the Workers' Party because I wanted to be with people who are respectable, rational, and responsible. And we can improve Singapore together by being a loyal opposition. The Workers' Party has its fair shares of ups and downs. And I'm proud to say that I'm part of this team again, because when the going gets tough, we all stepped out, like right now. So I'm back. I'm back with a new team. And I tell you, I love this team. They're down-to-earth people with good resilience and they will roll up their sleeves to get things done. They have the determination to make sure that they will work hard for Singapore. Because this is a Singapore that belongs to you, belongs to me, belongs to all of us. Come, 3rd of May, vote Workers' Party, 请投工人党一票 Undilah Parti Pekerja, working for Singapore.
Thank you, JJ. Can we give it up for JJ again? Woo! All right, next up we have another Lao Jiao who is going to come up and speak to you. He's also my mentor of sorts that brought me into the party. We have Gerald Giam, Yan Song from our Junit GRC.
Good evening, voters from Punggol, Sengkang, Jalan Kayu, and across all Singapore, including those tuning in on the live stream and those in the apartment blocks in the balconies above. Tonight, I'd like to discuss with you an important matter. It's about competition. Many of you will remember that before 1997, Singtel had a monopoly on mobile services. Prices were high and features were limited. Then M1 entered, followed by StarHub in 2000, offering free incoming calls and per-second billing. Singtel had to respond. Competition drove prices down and services up. It worked for you. Today, with even more providers, you can get 100 gigabytes for just $10 a month. That's what competition does. It improves services, lowers costs, and puts power in your hands. Now apply that same principle to politics. When there's more political competition in Parliament, all parties, both the government and the opposition, have to raise their game. They have to listen more, work harder, and produce better policies. Political competition gives you, the voter, bargaining power. That's how we keep improving Singapore. Not by keeping the status quo, but by making space for better ideas and greater accountability. This all leads to better outcomes for you and your families. Since voters first elected the Workers' Party to our unit in 2011, Parliament has become more vibrant and responsive. In the most recent term, a record number of questions were asked and motions filed. WP MPs from Sengkang GRC, Louis Chua, He Ting Ru, and James Lim these MPs were among the most active MPs in Parliament. They stepped up to ask tough questions and push for better policies. More voices were heard. More accountability was demanded by you, through us. This is political competition that is working for Singapore. That's why voting for the Workers' Party is not a risky move, it's a strategic move. It is a smart, deliberate choice to improve the system for everyone. This is how you get a parliament that works for you. But there is still one lingering concern I want to address head on. The fear that your vote isn't secret. I've contested 4 general elections, and I can assure you with full confidence, your vote is secret. 投票是秘密的。When you go to vote and present your IC at the polling station, you will hear the election official call out your serial number and name. Don't worry. This is to allow polling agents who are volunteers for both Workers' Party and PAP to tick off your name to record your presence, not your vote. And this prevents double voting. When you vote, you walk into the polling booth alone. You put a chalk on the box next to your preferred party, and no one can see who you vote for. At the counting center, candidates and counting agents from all contesting parties are present to observe the count to ensure that everything is done correctly. Once the count is complete, the ballot boxes are sealed and locked in the Supreme Court vault. Only a court order can release them, and this has never happened in Singapore's history. 6 months later, representatives from all contesting parties return to the vault to witness it being unlocked. We inspect the seals and confirm they haven't been tampered with. Then we accompany the boxes to Tuas Incineration Plant, where they are burned in full view. But the ballot paper has a serial number, some may ask. That number is there to prevent fraud, like ballot stuffing. Your vote remains secret because there is no opportunity for anyone to match your marked ballot paper with the electoral register, because the only time the ballot papers are seen by anyone is at the counting center. Ballot papers are placed face up so that only the vote is visible. The serial number remains hidden. I know there are many well-meaning opposition supporters who have doubts about the secrecy of the vote and do not hesitate to tell you so. Not only is this untrue, but it could scare people from voting for the party they prefer. So please keep this in mind. Your vote is secret, and every vote matters. If you are a civil servant, an NTUC member, or simply worried about voting for the opposition will land you or your family members in trouble, I will say this to you. Vote with confidence, not fear. Vote for what you think is right, and for the candidate and the party you believe will best serve your family and your nation. I believe these are the candidates before you today. Punggol GRC and Jalan Kayu SMC are new constituencies which the Workers' Party is contesting for the first time. Please allow me to share some personal thoughts about a few of the new candidates standing in these wards, whom I have had the privilege of working with. First, Harpreet Singh. He's our candidate for Punggol GRC. I've known Harpreet for several years. We have worked together on policy matters and house visits, and he's not just a top lawyer. He is warm, grounded, and connects easily with people. I hope Punggol residents will get a chance to meet the Harpreet that I know. Next, Alexis Dang, Teng Pei Yuan, also in Punggol GRC. Alexis started volunteering in an alternate just after the GE 2020, helping at